last part is about culture shock. So, the culture shock is the biggest problem for international. One of the biggest problem, like what I say. Um, it is about difference between the two countries, the traditional professions per performance is most international students cannot adapt to this college life. Um, I just put the official definition on the tips box on the right side. So if you guys want to see, and you can stop the video and take a look. So I will talk the few points. The first one is the privacy. The Chinese student not protect the privacy as serious as American. How did I see that? For example, uh, between the Chinese students, when we communicate with each other, might talk about our ages, emotional experience, or our academic grade. Yeah, that's all the personal, but sometimes we will talk about this. But Americans not, because they will very careful about the personal privacy. So most of the time they will not ask the friends about this part. So if we want to avoid that, we just uh, we just be careful, just avoid that kind of questions. Um, yeah, in the communication. The second thing is uh, the communication styles. So for Chinese students, we usually prefer to betting a lot before we get into our topic. But in the United States, the Americans, they would like to put their point in the first few sentences to show the people what they want to talk about, uh, and show their ideas first. So I think that is totally different, because like Chinese people talking like a summary of your whole things, and you get the point. You get a point in the end of the communications. But American is very directly. They will put in the first one sentence and let you know what he gonna talk. So this is a different style of talking. So I think that it's gonna be easy to figure out if we just put down our ideas, just show up in the first sentence, and the problem is solved. Next one is the class behavior. So this chart is truly reflect the perform, performance of a Chinese class. Just a few part of the student would like to ask the question for teacher or show up their ideas. Most of students just keep silence. Why is that? Um, the reason is there's a lot of reasons, I think, but most is I think the Chinese student would not like to make embarrass. So um, like if we ask questions just because we misunderstanding that for ourselves, or um, like there's a stupid questions and the teacher already talk about that, so that's gonna be embarrassed. We just try to avoid the embarrass. So most of the time we also keep our questions instead of asking them. Um, yeah, and for the cultural reasons is the Chinese style class is very emphasize uh, organization. So uh, the teacher was very serious, and student cannot talk when teachers talk. We even cannot eat or drink during the class. So the whole class looks very serious. So people our student may cannot may would not ask questions. And last things about collectives versus individualization, individualism. So for Chinese student, if we achieve something in China, it's it will maybe because your team is great, your family support, or somebody's help. It's for the honor is for the whole team. It's not just for you. But for America, if one achieves some things in the United States, it just it may just because of you are great. So for this culture is different. Um, I think um, it's for the the traditional culture. I think because in the most of Asian country, the people would like to work in the team, but something good, but also something bad. Like uh, if the task not go to the personal, so that person may won't do any job and just let the teammate to do. So the most people will not distribute for the whole team. But American is not different. They emphasize personal. So your work. So you have to do this. It's not for the whole team. So they keep themselves, but sometimes they will also make the team work. But everybody is have the tasks, and everyone is uh, powerful, and they have their own abilities. So everyone is have a great distribute for the whole team. So I think that is this part of different. So we should shoot for that, like improve ourselves, take responsibility of your own works, assignment, and such as like what's your deadline and submit your homework on time, something like this. So thank you guys. We hope we will use these tips to have a better college experience. Yeah, thank you so much.